I was really hoping some it wouldn't happen today, but it's happened. Very gently. These really do kick your ass. Welcome to the new kitchen, and as a tradition in each kitchen that I cook in, I try to make some macarons. I've tried twice now, and the first try was the worst thing I've ever made, ever. This is by far the saddest macaron I've ever seen in my entire life. In the second attempt, there was slight improvements, but ultimately meh. Now today, for my third try, I got some new toys. I'm gonna try some new techniques. I really want to figure out how to make these stupid things. No, they're not stupid. I just have a bone to pick, and that's gonna be picked over here. So I hate following recipes that just like overcomplicate things and I just don't understand what I'm doing, or I have to read through a 5-page long blog post on getting to the point of the recipe. Kind of like how I'm talking at the beginning of these videos before I just dive right in. Ooh. So a lot of you guys sent me the same video, which is masterclass on macarons from Cupcake Gemma. She just spells it all out for you, makes it very easy to understand. I'm going to use that as my home base today, my North Star, and we'll go from there. It's very visual, so I'm going to get all my stuff. I need my stuff, and we'll just dive right in. 200 grams of powdered sugar, 190 grams of almond flour, 144 grams of egg whites split into two. It's like roughly 72 grams egg whites in each one of these thingies. It's like 5 eggs, room temperature. 190 grams of castor sugar. It's like 60 milliliters of water. And then food coloring. I haven't picked what color I'm going with yet, so it's a game time decision. But lots of options. This is everything you need to make macaron shells. Oh, this is a digital scale. I needed that too. I should also note that I picked up the almond flour well before all this lockdown stuff. So that's why I have that. Now there's a step right at the very beginning where you're using a food processor to blend together the powdered sugar and the almond flour, which I don't have a food blender, so I'm just gonna skip that step. Terrible idea, worst idea of all time. Instead, I'm just gonna hurtle over to the second step, which is you're gonna need a bowl. And in your bowl, you're gonna need a sieve. In the sieve, I'm gonna add the icing sugar and the almond flour. Shut up and sieve. I know the video says do not do what I'm doing right now, which is using a spatula and kind of pressing firmly down on the sieve to get all the almond flour through this thing, but if KitchenAid just sponsored these videos, I would have what I need to have. This is what remains. I'm just gonna go with that. Now clean up your mess that you somehow made. So I'm gonna take the first amount of egg whites, the 72 grams, vigorous, but don't overwork it. So I'm gonna mix this into a paste, but not too much. Before I mix all of that together, I need to pick a color. So what color am I going with? So yeah, I wanted to go with green, but green is usually a symbol for pistachio macarons, and I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go with blue. Blue. So I'm gonna add like 2 drops of this food color. Okay, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Covered with plastic wrap and get it out of my face. Until we need it. There's a new addition to the team. Her name is the Silver Fox, and I really needed to get a stand mixer. Built like a tank. So I'm gonna use this balloon-shaped whisk attachment. I'm new to this. So there's gonna be a whole operation going on over here. I'm gonna be making up some Italian meringue over on the stovetop, sugar and water, and when that reaches 110 degrees Celsius, I'm gonna add in my egg whites and start whipping them up in the Silver Fox. When the sugar syrup mixture reaches 118 degrees Celsius, I'm gonna add that into the whipping up eggs. I don't know what the hell I just said. 5-6 minutes. So I was going for like floppy, droopy kind of, but yet kind of stiff, but not. Glossy peaks. That fits that description quite nicely. The maiden voyage for the Silver Fox has been completed and it was huge success. You can go back over here to your corner and take this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a little of this meringue, a little of it, and add it into the original mixture, the OG. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix it in. Oh, I stepped on some sugar syrup, so I got it on my sock. Okay, I mixed that in. I'm just gonna add the rest of this fun stuff. Start folding it in very gently around the bowl and cut through the middle until it's like some sort of a ribbon stage. Where the hell are the piping bags? Did they not make the move?
Maybe they're probably in where the blender is.
Thought I saw the piping bags in this drawer here.
Why don't you just use a plastic bag? This is a lesson.
Thought I knew where I packed my piping bags when I moved to this new kitchen. But I guess the piping bags are either in Brussels right now or the movers from London have thrown them out because I can't find them anywhere. And I know it would have been smart for me to check where they were before I even started this today. So I gotta use a Ziploc bag. The nozzle today is this circular centimeter in diameter shape. I would just run to the store right now, I guess, and try to find a piping bag. But as you know, the state of the world right now, and I don't even know if this mixture is even gonna be any good anymore because it's been hanging out here for the last 20 minutes. I've lost all hope now. Oh, for f***. Oh, it's already leaking out the side. That's great. So in my makeshift piping bag, which, oh my God. I'd love to talk about these things. These are the macaron stencils that I created earlier today when I prepared for this episode. Here they are. They are about 1 3/4 inches in diameter. And that way I can put parchment paper on top of these and pipe out this batter in the circular shape. So you gotta be thinking ahead. Ow! This is so I can't believe this. There's just so many friggin' air bubbles on these things that I'm just going along with a toothpick trying to pop as many as I can, like a teenager with some acne. Now, just because I can, I'm gonna add some sprinkles, but I think that's really gonna be your best friend because it's gonna hide from how these actually are. If you had successfully made these, I'm sure you would wanna leave them out for like an hour, but. Okay, so I'm gonna bake this. In these go for 10 to 12 minutes. Middle rack. They've only been in the oven for like 7-8 minutes and they're already turning brown. Everything else looks great though, so I think I'm just gonna decrease the amount of time that they are in the oven as well as turn down the temperature of the oven because I think this oven is hot. 56 seconds left. I think they are ready now. So I've turned the temperature down to like 140 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna add these, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on them. Maybe 10, 12 minutes, we'll see. Gotta wait for these to cool down completely. Very gently. So it took extreme focus to get these off the parchment paper. Lost a lot of good men. I have enough of these for 9 macarons. I planned on making more, but that's what I have. But the upside of that is I don't have to make as much filling. So I'll just put you guys aside. Now I was humming and hawing about what kind of filling I was gonna make. I was gonna do your standard buttercream, but I'm always making that. I need to change. So I have some cream cheese in the fridge. So I'm gonna make a cream cheese filling. 170 grams of room temperature butter, an equal amount of cream cheese. And I'm gonna whisk this together for like 5 minutes. Make sure you turn that off before you lift it. Scrape down the sides of the bowl like this. I'm making sure that butter and that cream cheese is hella whipped. Should be good. Gonna add my icing sugar and some vanilla, and away we go. For like a minute. Honestly, I'm gonna lose my mind. What if I take some out? I've done this in the past where I take some of the really looking icing that's not coming together. I nuke just like a scoop of it, just till it gets a little more runny, and then I add it back in. Will that work? Will that work? That is the $100,000 question today. I don't think it's gonna work. I feel like if I add a little more icing sugar, I think we are good. With the makeshift piping bag, I'm gonna start piping the filling on these suckers. Maybe it needs more next time. A little bit more, a little bit more. And away we go. Find a cookie that matches another cookie. There's a winner. A big old blob, yes. Way too much icing. Oh, these really do kick your ass. I like these things. There's a step in the right direction, but we're not there yet. So these are the macarons for, oh, did I just ruin that? Oh no. Okay, these are my macarons for 2020. I honestly can only take making these like once a year, so I'll just pick this up again next year, 2021. Guys, that is all I got. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the very end too. That is sweet stuff. Are you a subscriber? If you're not a subscriber, well, you should subscribe. Huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, right up on the screen right now. You can see all their lovely names, and there's a link in the description if you want to check that out. And well, do you have Instagram? Because I have Instagram. I'd love to see you over there. You can say hi to me over there. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.